Okay, let's look at the graphs of functions, right? There's an easy way to tell if a curve in the xy plane is the graph of a function. The method is called the vertical line test. You probably have heard of it before, but here's the statement, all right? A curve in the xy plane is the graph of a function if no vertical line intersects the graph more than once, right? So let's apply this test to these graphs. All right, so you can see that this one fails the test miserably. You can see that if you draw a vertical line here, all right, so here's a vertical line, for example, there's going to be 1, 2, 3 intersection points. So since it fails the vertical line test, this guy is not a function. Right? So what's wrong with having a vertical line intersecting more than once? Right? So if you look carefully, right, so each point, so vertical line represents a single x value. So here, it's a single x value. So let's call it maybe x1. All right. Then this intersection, if you look at it here, gives you a corresponding y value. So you can see that it's y1 is corresponding to x1, and there's another y value, y2 corresponds to x1, and also here, and y3, right? So you can see that x1 is mapped to 3 different y values. So y1, y2, and y3. All right. Remember that in order to be a function, a single x value is corresponding to exactly one y value. So therefore, this is not a function. All right. So let's look at the second graph. Right. For here, no matter where you draw a vertical line, you can see that we can only get an intersect only once. This is almost, but you can see that if you draw a vertical line right here, it misses the graph there, but it hits only once, right? So you can see that no matter where you draw a vertical line, we can only intersect the graph once, right? Therefore, it passes the vertical line test. So since therefore this is a function. All right. And the third one is obviously if you draw a vertical line somewhere around there, there are 2 points of intersection, 1, 2. Therefore, it fails the vertical line test. So therefore, this is not the graph of a function. Right? Alright, this is how you apply vertical line test to see if a curve in the xy plane is the graph of a function. Right? That's it. I hope that this was clear.